Welcome back. Today we're gonna be reacting to Defunctland Action Water Park. I heard this is like the most dangerous water park ever. But I guess we'll go find out. Anyway, sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's jump right into it. Oh yeah!
New and improved and open once again.
Fantastic. Anna Gilligan is there this morning. Hello, Anna.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I think you're seeing some guys jump off the Tarzan jump here at Action Park. It's been closed since 1996. They reopened it on June 14th. I'm here with the owner, Andrew Mulhaville. He's also the son of the man who founded it. Thanks for being here.
It's great to be here. Thanks for coming out. What a day we have. It's beautiful here at Action Park.
So I gotta ask you, because Action Park got a bit of a reputation.
Oh my god, it's open after?
Some people got injured.
The injuries? What?
That was 30 years ago. The world has changed. I mean, when my dad started the park, he was the guy inventing the rides and bringing inventors in.
Oh my god, they got a hot girl to do this?
Everything's engineered.
I love Action Park because it's so beautiful.
Wow. I love his font. The park with a body count? Oh my god. The Alpine slide.
The year is 1976. Gene Mulvihill, the head of entertainment company Great American Recreation, has added a new attraction to Vernon, New Jersey's Vernon Valley Ski Resort. Two brand new Alpine slides were installed to keep business up in the off-season. An Alpine slide is a one-person cart ride, in which the rider rides down a hill.
Wait, that is so genius.
The rider has a brake lever in between their legs, giving them complete control of their speed. The attraction had become popular for ski resorts in the late 70s.
That kid was dead. That kid literally died.
For all ages, claiming, "We've had grandfathers and we've had kids of kindergarten age coming down our runs alone." I also have a picture showing a mother controlling the sled with an infant in her arms. It's that easy. After the success of the slide, Mulvihill went forward with his plans to expand the ski resort into a water park during the off-season. He added 2 water slides and a racetrack, and more slides, a softball field, a tennis court, and a swimming pool were added shortly thereafter. The Vernon Valley Summer Park was rebranded to Action Park, a thrilling amusement park where you control the action. More slides and rides were added, and they began their big marketing push to draw audiences into their new water park.
Wow.
Just go to Action Park. There's no other park like it.
When it's hot out, this is a great place to spend the day with your family.
Okay, that's actually pretty genius if you think about it. A ski resort on the off-season becoming a water park. Like, that makes sense because you have the slopes. I mean, where did they put it, actually? Because you can't, like, take away the rides when the ski resort time is ready. I don't know.
Things for little kids to do. I love Action Park because it's so beautiful.
It's like coming to Broadway. It's wonderful.
Broadway.
Race like a pro. It's great. These are the most amazing rides in the world. I love it here.
Wow.
The park was revolutionary. Not only was it one of the first water parks of its kind in the United States, but it also marketed itself as the biggest. It was eventually home to 75 rides, 40 of which were water slides. Action Park was split into 3 themed lands. The first was
Motorworld.
Motorworld consisted of 3 types of attractions: land, water, and air rides. On land was the popular battle action tanks. For an additional fee, guests could ride inside tanks equipped with tennis ball cannons. The goal was to shoot the other tanks in the caged area on one of their targets, disabling their cannons for 15 seconds. Those that chose to ride the tanks were allotted 5 minutes to do so, and those that did not want to ride could pay to use a stationary cannon from the outside. Maintenance employees attempting to fix broken down tanks would be subject to fire from the rowdy guests, making the attraction a nightmare to work at. The other 2 land-based Motorworld attractions were the Lola cars and the Super Go-Karts, both of which were
I just processed what they said. The maintenance of the tank area attraction would be subject to fire amongst guests, so they would literally be shot at with with the tennis ball shooter in order to like do maintenance. Oh, that sucks. Oh my god, that must have hurt so bad. The poor maintenance guys that had to like pick up the balls and maintain the tanks gets just like pelted
race attractions. The super go-karts were driven on a small loop. The carts themselves were designed to max out at 20 miles per hour, but the employees found that sticking a tennis ball in the governor device allowed the cart to go as fast as possible, with the new maximum speed being around 50 miles an hour. Head-on collisions frequently sent guests to the hospital, and the fumes from the engines overwhelmed riders at times. The Lolo cars were mini open cockpit race cars driven on a longer track, and they cost an additional charge to ride. Their maximum speed could also be tampered with by park employees. These were also used after hours by the workers, sometimes being taken off the track and driven on the nearby highway. There were 2 water rides in Motorworld. The super speedboats were driven in a small circle around an island in a pond that also had a large population of snakes in it. The guests would often attempt to bump nearby boats, as if they were on Motorworld's other water attraction, bumper boats. These were boats placed in a small pool and were designed to withstand guests crashing into one another. These were known to leak gasoline, which once required a guest to be examined after too much fuel leaked on their skin. The boats were also incredibly small, and riders with long legs had to position their feet off the side of the boat to fit. This led to injuries and bone fractures after collisions. Finally, Motorworld had 2 airbase attractions. One was Space Shot, which was a typical drop tower ride and was one of the safest rides at the park, given it was only open for Action Park's last operating year. The second air ride was another upcharge attraction, Slingshot, which was
no. No. Whatever that thing is not on my radar. That is ridiculous. What happens if you just like go on one side or the other? You could not pay me to get on that. This park seems lovely.
Also fairly safe. This ride was a common amusement park and carnival ride, in which guests were shot up on 2 bungee cords and flipped upside down as they flew through the air. There's no doubt that Motorworld had its dangerous attractions, but this is just the beginning of what Action Park has in store. Another section of the park was
the Alpine attractions.
Many
Damn, how many Alpine are there?
were located in their own section of the park, sometimes labeled the Alpine Center.
Oh, the
These
slides.
included the aforementioned Alpine slides, as well as a
those look bad. The slides look like you could just get a concussion ASAP, Rocky style.
Bungee jump titled the Snapple Snap Up Whippersnapper Ride.
The what? The Snapple Snap Up Whippersnapper Ride. Is that what he said?
As well as a bungee jump titled the Snapple Snap Up Whippersnapper Ride. Originally having 2 jump stations and then later 4, guests could jump off the tower for an additional fee. A skate park also had a short run at Action Park. It was poorly designed, as it was surrounded by concrete and had uneven edges, which led to many injuries during its existence. Interestingly, Action Park also had an attraction entitled the Action Park Gladiator Challenge.
Oh, that looks sick.
Partially based off of the popular American Gladiators TV show. This included obstacle courses and jousting matches against the Action Park Gladiators. Finally, Action Park had its own monorail called the Transmobile. This went to the ski lodge, the Alpine Center, and to Motorworld.
Wait, is it sideways?
So far, Action Park has proved to be dangerous. But where are the absolutely terrifying rides? Where are the rides that are so insane that their mere existence is unbelievable?
Yeah.
Moreover, where are the water slides?
Waterworld? Wait, the water slides were the worst?
The action in Action Park. Waterworld had it all. It was home to the tidal wave pool, a 100 feet by 200 feet pool that could hold anywhere between 500 and 1,000 people. The pool's floor was slanted, and the further a guest went in it, the deeper it got. Waves went 20 minutes on, 10 minutes off, and they could reach a height of over 3 feet. This was challenging for swimmers of all skill levels, as the pool was hard to read and the fresh water was more difficult to swim in than salt water.
That's
a dozen lifeguards were on duty at the pool, and they would have to save around 30 people on a busy day. The Tarzan swing was a heavily advertised attraction in which guests would swing on a 20-foot cable over a pool. This spring-fed pool was so cool that lifeguards would have to rescue guests that could not swim after the shock of the cold water. This was also a popular attraction for men to pull down their pants or women to pull up their tops for the line of people to see. The appropriately named Aquascoot gave guests a sled, with which they would slide down an assembly line style roller coaster, hurtling them toward a shallow pool that they would skip across. If the guest was not in an ideal position, it would get caught under the water, sending the rider crashing forward. There were originally a pair of these slides, each 30 feet long, but a third slide was eventually added. The diving cliffs had 2 jumping bases, one 23 feet and the other 18 feet tall, with the pool below being 16 feet. The pool was also for non-jumpers.
Okay, if you've ever been cliff jumping or cliff diving, that stuff is the most scary thing you could possibly ever do. Your entire body, you're like standing on the edge, and your entire body is telling you, do not do that. While you're looking over the edge trying to jump into the water, you literally have to fight your own brain to jump. It is so terrifying, but it's really fun when you do it, and you feel really proud of yourself. But yeah, it's scary. Really scary. This is the type of stuff that you do when you're a kid and it's summer and your parents aren't watching. Not the type of stuff a water park literally makes it super easy for you to do. Like, there's nothing safe about this, even if you like made it safe.
Some of which were unaware of the cliffs, which resulted in collisions. There was only one lifeguard on duty, who had to work extra hard to make sure that no one was at the bottom of the pool. The super speed water slides, also known as Geronimo Falls, were a pair of high-speed vertical water slides. One of them was steeper than the other, and both were dangerous.
What? What the heck is that? That does not look safe. That looks scary. Oh my god.
One of them was steeper than the other, and both were dangerous. Near these was the safer Kamikaze, which was a more traditional tube slide.
That's
the
nice.
kayak experience was pretty self-explanatory and used underwater fans to simulate water rapids.
Ooh,
this was
kayak.
dangerous, but that goes without saying at this point.
Oh.
A similar ride, the Roaring Rapids, allowed guests to ride in a 1 or 2 person raft down a similar river. The Surf Hill had riders slide down a multi-laned, multi-hill slide on a mat. Riders could easily cross over to the adjacent lanes and cause collisions.
Oh my
and the
gosh.
7th hill, nicknamed the Backbreaker, had an additional hump that would send riders flying, resulting in injury. The Colorado River Ride was another raft ride, this time allowing up to 4 people, and it went through the wooded area of the park. At one point, the riders would come to a fork in the river and had to choose between 2 paths. The first path took guests under a waterfall and a series of tunnels. The second path included a waterfall and another fork, with one path being steeper than the other. The ride also included a foot-tall jump that would allow riders and the raft a short airtime. The Aerodonium was a skydiving simulator that caused injuries when guests would try to stop their falls with their arms. Waterworld also had a variety of other typical water slides.
That's like the iFly places where you could do indoor skydiving.
That were less notable, but there's one in particular that has yet to be mentioned. This is the attraction that made Action Park the most infamous, the Cannonball Loop. A tubed water slide with a vertical loop, similar to that of a roller coaster.
Bro,
it was rumored that during the...
Dude, what? Huh? You can't see... What?
Vertical loop, similar to that of a roller coaster. It was
How
rumored
are you
that during
supposed
the
to fit your
testing of
body
the attraction,
through that
Mulvihill
loop?
offered $100 to employees who were willing to try it. Test dummies apparently came out of the loop without their heads. When it was open, guests would be weighed, hosed down, and given a set of instructions to decrease the possibility of injury. A hatch was added to the top of the loop to assist stuck riders that could not make it all the way through the slide. Many guests that completed the loop would come out at the bottom, suffering from bloody noses or other injuries, either from hitting the top of the loop or the impact on the way down. The Cannonball Loop was indicative of a larger issue with Action Park, as many of the other attractions were poorly crafted by designers that were less than engineers, and most were designed to minimize cost rather than maximize safety. The rides became even more dangerous when paired with the fact that the park sold alcohol at many of the convenience stands, often to minors. There was even a microbrewery near Motorworld. Many of the guests visiting the inexpensive park came from low-income areas and did not have the necessary swimming skills to navigate some of the attractions and pools. Action Park also heavily marketed to Spanish populations, but there were no translations or translators for the guests when they visited, so explaining safety instructions was virtually impossible.
You already know that Action Park has the most innovative and exciting rides. The Alpine Slide, Grand Prix race cars, and spectacular water rides. But Action Park means more than just great rides. It means super live shows, fantastic summer festivals, and scrumptious food and drink, including an authentic German brewery. Come to Action Park, because the rides aren't the only thing that's great. Labor Day Polish Festival, September 6th and 7th.
That was a Polish advertisement?
The majority of those employees were teenagers and were not equipped to handle the rowdy guests at the park. So on any given day, you could have an overcrowded water park filled with drunk teenagers that couldn't swim, riding shoddily built attractions supervised by teenagers that may or may not be able to communicate with them. It is no wonder what happened next.
Death. Okay, sorry, before we get into like the really sad part of this video, unironically, watching these ads makes me feel like... Sorry, there's like a lot of banging. Watching these ads unironically makes me kind of feel like I would totally go to this theme park. Like, this theme park does seem kind of fun to me, I'm not gonna lie. But... Peter... They killed people, man.
On July 8th, 1980, a male employee was riding the Alpine slide when his cart went off the track. He hit his head on a rock during the crash, killing him. He was only 19. 2 years later, on July 24th, 1982, a 15-year-old guest was overcome by the waves of the tidal wave pool and drowned. On August 1st, a mere week later, a 27-year-old guest was riding the kayak experience when he was trying to re-enter his kayak after falling out. When doing this, he made contact with the live wiring that powered the underwater fans.
What?
The electrocution sent him into cardiac arrest, and he passed after being rushed to the hospital. 2 years later, in 1984, a guest died on the Tarzan swing after a heart attack, supposedly due to the unexpected shock from the cold water. That same year, on August 27th, a 20-year-old drowned in the tidal wave pool. And on July 19th, 1987, another guest drowned there, giving it the nickname the Grave Pool. These deaths are tragic and often overshadowed by the lunacy and legacy of Action Park. Interestingly enough, Action Park was able to avoid many lawsuits with these deaths and many other injuries, due in part to its reputation and also the lax regulations New Jersey had for amusement and water parks. Great American Recreation was even able to expand the Action Park brand to other parts of the country, opening Pocono Action Park in Tannersville, Pennsylvania in 1980, and Action Mountain in Pine Hill, New Jersey in 1984.
How were they able to continue? How were they able to continue anything after all of those deaths? I feel like 1 or 2 deaths, that park would have been shut down. Man, people didn't care back then. They're like, oh, did you hear about the guy that died? Nah, you want to go though? Sure.
Get wet at Action Mountain. Feel the thrill as you zoom through the black hole. Spin and splash on our bumper boats. While the kids play in our fun-filled kiddie area, cool off in our huge swimming pool, or race around the Grand Prix track. Get
wild. Oh my god, it's like Wet and
Action
Wild.
Mountain in Pine Hill, New Jersey.
Pine Hill?
It's awesome.
Pocono Action Park had many repeat attractions as Action Park, and was closed
Is
in
that a clown?
1991. Action Mountain ran into some financial difficulties with the IRS and the town it was located in, and was closed in 1986. So why did the original Action Park close? Action Mountain.
It's awesome.
Pocono Action Park.
The Pocono Action Park reference image is this creepy clown Grand Prix ticket from eBay. Whoa, that's so cool!
Park had many repeat attractions as Action Park, and was closed in 1991. Action Mountain ran into some financial difficulties with the IRS and the town it was located in, and was closed in 1986. So why did the original Action Park close? While Action Park and Mulvihill were able to avoid lawsuits with many of the accidents and deaths, the 2 deaths in 1984 stemmed cases that rightfully plagued the park with a variety of legal problems. Mulvihill eventually pled guilty to 5 charges of insurance fraud. He and his associates claimed that the park saw over 1 million guests a year, and therefore the death toll was comparatively low. The local ER, on the other hand, said that they would have to treat 5 to 10 guests on some days. In response to the high amount of guests visiting the hospital, Action Park bought Vernon, New Jersey, new ambulances. Despite all of these issues, the downfall of Action Park wouldn't come until 1996, and it was actually due to Great American Recreation's financial issues and not the park itself. On September 2nd, 1996, Action Park ended its final season, still with the hope that it would reopen the next year. However, Great American Recreation's bankruptcy made it impossible for Action Park to continue operations, so it didn't reopen. After
That's
this,
why
the ski
it
resort
closed?
and Action Park
What?
were handed from investor to investor, undergoing renovations for 2 years before reopening in 1998 as Mountain Creek. Safety was a priority under this management, and a valiant effort was put forth to distance Mountain Creek from Action Park's reputation. However, in 2010, Mountain Creek underwent a bankruptcy of its own, and the water park and ski resort was sold to the Mulvihill family. 2 years after this, in 2012, Eugene Mulvihill passed away, and his son Andrew Mulvihill took over ownership of the park. 2 years later, in 2014, Mountain Creek was rebranded back to Action Park. The park reopened many of its classic attractions and started construction on new, terrifying ones. The Sky Caliber was another attempt at a 360-degree vertically looping water slide, although it used technology to enhance safety. From my knowledge, it is yet to open at the park, and there's almost no information on its status. The new Action Park tried to use nostalgia to draw guests back for 2 years, before in 2016 it was renamed back to Mountain Creek, in order to once again get away from the negative connotation of Action Park.
They have so many renames.
Announced that Johnny Knoxville would be producing, writing, and starring in a film inspired by Action Park, but it was not shot on location. Death is heartbreaking, especially in environments designed for happiness and joy. Despite 6 people losing their lives there, Action Park is not remembered for its death toll. It is remembered for and by the kids that grew up with it and survived it. It is seen as a place where the quote-unquote popular and brave teens hung out. The fact that it was referred to as Traction Park or Class
I could totally see that. Like, I feel like I totally would be like, oh my gosh, we should go to Action Park. Like, I heard this guy died there. Like, that definitely seems like such an appeal. It's like, no publicity is bad publicity type deal.
action park doesn't matter, because its inherent danger is more of a fond memory to the majority of its visitors. The burns, bruises, and the fractured tibias were a rite of passage for its former guests.
Class
You
action
think you're
park.
cool because
That's
you
so
survived
funny.
a tame roller coaster at Disney in California or at Universal in Florida? Well, welcome to Vernon, New Jersey. Were you able to survive Action Park?
Woohoo! Wait, that's so cool. Oh yeah! Yippee!
Nice job.
Wait, she's going to go swim and get a microphone. She'll give us her.
Oh, look at her.
I guess this is
Like out of a
unedited
movie.
footage
This is good.
of
Where
Action
is
Park
she?
interviews.
Wait a second.
We lost
What
Anna.
happened to her?
Greg, you need to go rescue
Here we go.
Anna.
Let's
Oh,
see. Just
ew.
take a. Indeed. Yay! First of
I'm
all,
starting on Saturday.
nice bathing suit.
They're open from 10:30
Ew.
to 7.
Stay
What's that?
appropriate.
Never mind.
Anna, you look great, and you handled that beautifully. I'm just trying to keep Greg in check.
Why are you so out of breath?
Oh,
Bye, guys. I'm gonna go put
what
some
the
clothes
heck is
on.
wrong
Hold on a
with
second.
Greg?
Not so fast, Anna. Let's see.
Anna.
Let's see. This is in New Jersey, right?
Be
Ooh.
nice.
Well, I just want to talk to her a little while.
Stop
longer.
milking this shot.
I'm just
Oh
wondering,
my
Anna, how long
God,
did it
bro.
take you, let's see, to
To
drive?
get undressed?
To drive, yeah, well, we saw that. How long is the trip? Oh, wait a second. Wait.
I think that's smart.
Bro.
Anna, go dry off. We'll see you in a little bit. What is wrong with you?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Anna.
Okay, I guess we're done. Don't be so frowning at the.
Bro, that was bad. That was really bad. He's down bad, Greg. Oh my gosh. Oh, stop. Stop. This video may be inappropriate for some users. Okay, I guess we can't watch it. What a way to end the video. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Okie dokie artichoke. That was such an insane video. I kind of want to go to that water park now. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should do a vlog there. Hello, thank you so much for watching this epic react video. Leave a comment down below on what water park you would ride, and let me know what other videos you want me to react to next. I'll see you in the next one. I have some videos. I made a playlist with all my react videos, and make sure to subscribe and like. And I answer all of my comments, and I like talking and chatting with you. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Mwah.